Heated Rivalry. I'm just gonna go on and say that this show has been the most important TV show for maybe the last decade. I remember my friend recommended the books to me. She said this is gay smut about hockey players. I was like, I that. Like, I don't know if I want to read it. Boy, am I wrong. This is a lot of spoilers, but if you haven't seen the show, what are you doing? Initially, I thought it's just gonna be a casual watch. Well, everybody's talking about it. I have to admit, it is the reason I start watching it. I got curious. I want to see like exactly what's happening there. But what I did not expect is that the story slowly draw me in. But the whole show, there's not really any moment that you can take your eyes off of it. So I end up really getting into the show. I remember I finished watching the first two episodes. Quite happy that I found this show and I was able to take my mind off of things. But then episode 3 happened. I remember when episode 3 launched, I just had dinner with my friends. I was on my way home. I was having a cigarette downstairs before I go up to my apartment, and I put it on my phone and start watching it. There are people around me when I was watching it. When Scott and Kip first met, I knew this is something I'm gonna be so into. So I quickly went upstairs, put it on a bigger screen, and started really watching it. When the show, like when the episode suddenly ended, I was not prepared for it. I was like, what? I need more. I need more. I cannot just stop here. So I watched again the same night and then watched a third time. Then I decided, okay, I need to know what's gonna happen with these two, Scott and Kip. I'm so invested. So I went to get Audible. I stopped using Audible years ago. I also got Kindle Unlimited. I want to be able to read it. It took me on a emotional roller coaster. I don't know how to explain it. Kip is really struggling with his life. He was applying for new jobs, which he got rejected. His friends are leaving him. His best friend Elena, she got a promotion basically. She is leaving New York. Kip's coworker, also really good friend Maria, she got another job, better pay, better benefits. So she is also leaving Kip. Kip is gonna be the only one who still works at Straw and Berry. And at the time, he's kept a secret in Scott's apartment. He avoided seeing his friends, seeing his family, which struck me a lot because I work from home. I live in the UK. I don't have my family around me. I do have my friends here, but because I work from home, I don't get to see a lot of people. I'm in a very similar situation with Kip, except I don't have a lover. And because I'm facing a lot of choices with my career, I am personally really struggling as well. So I really put myself in Kip's shoes. That feeling is very overwhelming and very, very personal to me. And it did not help that I was drinking when I was reading this. And as you know, as the story progressed, they had some fights. They talked about money. Eventually, Kip was not okay with the situation and he started to give Scott pressure to give him a plan. He wants to see something in motions, maybe not right now, but Scott need to have a plan to come out and give Kip a normal life. When Scott really showed up for Kip, came out to his teammate, came out to his coach, his agent, and then finally have that romantic big gesture, kissing on the eyes. Felt that moment so strongly. I cried hysterically by reading. And you know, after an extreme emotional high, you get a crash. I crashed so hard. I spiraled. I was bawling my eyes out. I feel like there's a huge pressure like inside my chest. I don't know how to relieve it. So I started to cry. I really cried. I audibly cried. Don't know what to do with myself. I started pacing the kitchen. I started to just standing there and cry. My cat was so worried. And for the next few days, I feel like my nerves are really raw. I cannot handle any emotional stimulation, basically. Anything makes me cry. So emotional. Like, I can talk about it now, but if it's 2 weeks ago, I would bawl my eyes out. I really started to look at love and relationship in a different light because for the last few years, I started to think that maybe love and relationship is not for me. I feel like there's so much work I need to do about myself in order to be in a relationship, in a healthy relationship where I can be a worthy partner. And it's a really lonely feeling. So the new episode is out. I'm going to record my reaction. Shane's still dressed like a schoolboy. Like, this is this is so funny. Oh, the taking shoes off is so Asian.
I like Ottawa because it's my hometown.
I turned on TikTok this morning and I saw Kip's face in a setting I haven't seen in the show yet, but I instantly know what it is. So I have to turn off everything and watch Heated Rivalry because I'm not going to get spoiled by this. Okay, so the four main characters, Ilya, Shane, Kip, and Scott. I feel like personally, I can see myself in them in some sort of way, in some sort of capacity. First, with Ilya. He's from Russia. Father does not know he's gay. His brother knows he's gay, but they're very homophobic. The country is super homophobic. And I'm from China. China is not as bad as Russia, but when I was growing up, I definitely feel the pressure of staying in closet. I am terrified of anyone knowing that I'm gay. Like, teenage me cannot imagine that I am openly talking about being an homosexual online with people to watch. And Ilya's upbringing has a lot similarities with how a lot of Asian kids growing up. Their parents are super critical of them. They're never good enough. They never work hard enough. They can always improve themselves. And even if they achieve something, their parents will take them down a peg and tell them that's not that good. That's not good enough. And they definitely make you feel like love and affection is something you have to earn. If you're not good enough, you don't deserve love. You don't deserve their kindness. And when it comes to Shane, obviously he is half Asian, half Canadian. From his interactions with his mom, even though his mom is very understanding, but he still feels like he is failing her by being gay. He wanted to not be gay so that doesn't have to feel ashamed. For a lot of us, we choose to be silent. We choose to not talk about feelings, just bottle everything up growing up so that we can survive it. So that really hit home with me as well. And the part with the mom said, I'm sorry that I made you feel like you cannot tell me. This is something I will never hear in my entire life. My mom is not going to apologize for anything. And with Kip, I explained that he's struggling with life. He's probably the most down to earth or like relatable real life character that most of us can relate to. Struggling with finances, struggling with his job, his career, wanting to do something better, do something that he actually wants to do, but he's stuck working a job that he hates just to pay bills, just to get by. I feel like a lot of us are like that, and we can definitely see ourselves in him. I think Scott is probably the most unrelatable character. However, him as a character definitely gets an emotional response from me because, first of all, he wears his heart on his sleeve. He loves so openly and bravely. Who does that? Like, who, after one night, tells the other person that they want them so bad? Like he never does anything like this with anyone else. He wants to still see him in his flat when he get back from practice. And normal people wouldn't ever say things like that. I saw a TikTok the other day talking about Shane and Ilya. They brought up this point. These two characters, they were never taught how to love. They live in this heteronormative world, very homophobic environment. They work very high stake jobs where they have to perform as the star player of their teams. There's no people in their life that teach them how to navigate a gay relationship. You're afraid of being discovered. You have to suppress your natural instincts. You're second guessing every feeling you have. Like you cannot even be sure that you're gay. Also, another thing about this show that's different is that the gay relationship in this show, they get a happy ending. But you probably would say, like, what's the point of having a fake fantasy that's not based in reality? If it doesn't even exist in movies and TV shows, how are we supposed to believe that we will get a happy ending? And in many ways, I think the show already changed the world. Like parents tell them that they changed their attitudes towards their children coming out and they handled it very differently after they saw the show. There are professional athletes coming out because of the show. And personally, it changed myself, it changed my view on intimacy and relationships. It made me hopeful because if it changed me, it changed how I view relationship and love as a gay man. I'm sure it changed other people as well. I have not watched the show since the New Year's. I don't feel like I was strong enough to watch the whole thing at one go, but I will do it again. This time, I'm going to take notes and I might make another video about it. Thanks for watching this. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.